His own community gave up on him after prison, so he went back and built the youth center that saved 200 kids. When 30-year-old Zephaniah Coles walked back into his South Side Chicago neighborhood in 2008, after serving 7 years for drug distribution, he expected it to be hard. He didn't expect his own block to feel like enemy territory. The corner store owner, who had known him since he was 6, told him not to loiter. The church he grew up in asked him quietly not to attend the main service. There were families with children who might feel uncomfortable. The neighborhood association meeting he tried to attend was interrupted by a woman who stood up and said loudly that convicted felons had no business making decisions about the community. Zephaniah walked home that night, sat on his mother Odessa's front porch, and stared at the same streets where he had made every wrong choice that defined the next 7 years of his life. But instead of anger, he felt something unexpected: clarity. He could see exactly what he had missed as a teenager. Not money, not opportunity. A place. Somewhere safe, structured, and honest, where a kid from the South Side could go after school and before the streets made their nightly recruitment pitch. There was no such place. So Zephaniah decided to build one. He spent 2 years working construction by day and knocking on every door he could find by night. Businesses, churches, city aldermen, anyone who would give him 5 minutes. Most didn't, but enough did. In 2010, he opened the Odessa House, named after his mother, in a converted auto repair garage on 71st Street, with donated folding tables, second-hand computers, and 3 volunteer tutors. By 2014, Odessa House had served over 200 children, had a full-time staff of 8, 6 of whom were formerly incarcerated, had produced 4 college graduates from its first cohort, and had been cited by the Chicago Department of Family Services as one of the most effective youth intervention programs on the South Side. The woman who had stood up at that neighborhood association meeting showed up at Odessa House's 4th anniversary celebration, found Zephaniah, and apologized. He shook her hand and said, "You were right to protect your community. I just had to show you I was still part of it." The moral? Rejection from the world you love most is not a reason to abandon it. It is the most powerful possible reason to serve it harder than anyone ever expected you would. If this moved you, like this video and subscribe. Share it with someone who was counted out by the people who should have counted them in.